Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long Blues 1975. YouTubers on the rise, reviewing games rated I and sometimes friends. But Long Blues 1975.
Due to machine limitations, this version may differ from examples in the manual. Otherwise known as lying, I believe, US Gold. So obviously Street Fighter 2 was released in the arcades by Capcom in 1991. You're all familiar with that, so I don't need to explain that. But did you know that US Gold ported it to the micros in this country in 1992? Well, if you're English or British, you probably are familiar with that. So they ported it to the Commodore 64, which I have a gameplay of, and it's a thing. The ZX Spectrum, which makes this one of the final games ported to it, because we're well and truly in console town at this point in this country. I don't think there was an Amstrad CPC version. There's an Amiga version, which is awful, and I'm guessing there's an Atari ST version. Now, I've never played it before because I could never get it to work, because even though it's a 1 to 8K game, it's a multi-loader. So by that, select your fighter, load in the first fight, beat that fighter, load in the next fight, and you do that in the options setting, or if I'm using FPZX Wii on my Wii, by literally going into the options and pressing play. I always noticed that there was a play button, but I never realised that was what it's for. So that's opened up a couple of other games I can play, such as Final Fight. So Final Fight and this. Whether that's a good thing remains to be seen. I sincerely doubt it, especially for you. But I had to show it. I mean, come on. The other thing I could never get my head around is how to get off this screen, because nothing works and we need to go to options. But in order to move the arrow, do you know what you press? That's right, the number 4. Obviously going to be the number 4. We all thought that, didn't we? And then you press 5 to go in. Right, so here are our options. Redefine players 1, player 2, music on, sound effects on, handicap 3, timer on, backgrounds on. We're going to leave them on. I really doubt that'll make any difference. This is going to be a train wreck. This was, I don't know why they ported this. Well, I do, Cold Hard Cash, but this was going to be a train wreck. We knew that. So, 5, so I can find my keys. I mean, the music's alright. Kinda. Right, so I'm going to have to edit this, and you're going to see some weird funky screens because of the way I have to progress to each level, because normally tap games load everything in at once, or tap files I should say, and I guess that was too much for poor ickle old FPZX Wii when it came to the majestic mighty glory of Street Fighter 2. M, keys of champions, they're wasted on this. Q up, A down, O left, P right, space, exit. Nice title screen though, give it that. Here's the thing, when you see screenshots of this, I mean I don't know what reviews it got back in the day, it can't got good reviews, and they're not moving. I'm not saying it looks good, I'm just saying it's recognisable Street Fighter 2. So that's the thing. I mean it's in it. I'm going to go with Kenneth. Right, so Ken. Oh, play Ryu stage. Right, so the whole bottom of the screen is taken up by a massive bezel, presumably to keep the speed up, which, let's be honest, I sincerely doubt. Well, you can see that it's not. I don't know what's going on there when you hit each other. It's like pizza slices or something. And so time is above the massive bezel with your health. Right, fire by itself. Why am I facing the wrong way? I don't even want to think about the button combinations. Yeah, how the fuck? Do you know what I mean? The button combinations needed to do a fireball. Obviously the computer is quids in there because it's a computer. Look at it move. It hurts the inside of my head. I gotta get close because he'll just fireball. He fireballed through me and it took 2 seconds to recognise and then it hit me. Stop fireballing me! Ryu. I am aware it's Ryu's, it's everyone I knew. Hey! Called it Ryu, called him Ryu because it sounds better. You can admit it. Fuck. This is awful. Why am I still alive? I mean, good, bad? Boo! This is terrible. I think my chance of progressing remains to, or relies purely on fighting someone without projectiles. So I'm shagged, aren't I? Got block. He turned around and I didn't turn around. This is awful. I mean, we knew it was going to be awful, but I didn't know it was going to be this awful. Nothing happens when you jump in the air. I don't know how you do a hard attack as opposed to a light attack. Again, how the fuck you would do magic, which looks like cauliflower, is completely beyond me. Why can't you... You may as well remove jump. I did a fireball, I don't know how. Because nothing happens in the air unless you want to punch. He's facing the wrong way, I kicked him twice, it didn't register. Fuck me, this is terrible. I mean, I knew it was going to be bad, but fuck me, this is terrible. Why are you still alive? You're on nothing. Thanks, noisy motorbike bastard. I do live on the busiest road in the West Country, though. I don't even know what even happened then. I'm confused. Hold me. What? I think it's on. It's not, because I know I'm playing it, but it feels like, I don't know, autopilot's on. I'm standing behind him, you know, like the arcade. What even was that? Oh my god, he's doing fireballs in the air. It's the Rainbow Edition. I'm fireballing. I think it just takes pity on you, the computer, and it just says, here you go, have a fireball. Have one on me. I'm fine. Did I just do a hurricane kick, or did he just do it? I don't know, because I've gone off the screen. Don't fireball, you cheating bastard. I don't even know what happened. Did you see that? Its health just went immediately to nothing. E-Honda stage. What, no additional little map? I'm on the wrong keys. I don't think that makes any difference. See, at least when E-Honda's not moving, he looks like E-Honda. I don't know what's happening. It's like a fever dream. A fever nightmare. I fireballed again. I think it's backwards and forwards. No, it's not. Look at his hand slap. Look at... Oh my god. What in the actual bollocks? I'd love to know the sales figures for this. I might have to see if I can find some reviews. Were there any fucking magazines around in 1992? I mean, we took the piss out of you in 1992 if you had a Master System or an NES. Let alone a Micro. Why don't I fall over? You stay upright when the fight ends. The background's quite impressive. I mean, just put the background from the arcade in. I'm blowing up stuff. I kicked through him and blew up the thing behind him, and it didn't even take any health. Also, I think I don't have a hurricane kick. I just like do a twirly roll thing in the air. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not really in control. What's even going on there? So like I said, I got Street Fighter 2 to work. Ordinarily I say you're welcome, but I'm pretty sure you're suffering as much as me. Why aren't you dead, you fat bastard? Turn around! Thank you! Jesus! Oh, I've got to press fire, haven't I? Oh. This is horrible. The Commodore 64 version feels like fucking silk compared to this piece of sandpaper. Although you could argue the sprites in this, at least when they're not moving, resemble the arcade more than the Commodore 64 version, but at least movement is somewhat of a thing. It's funny though, because hey, I fireballed again. Final Fight on Commodore 64 is, well, it's not brilliant, but it's a thing. Unlike this, which you wish wasn't a thing. Right, gotta press fire. Blanka stage. Well, they got the stages in. I kind of wish they hadn't. Hey, he's got his thing. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm past caring. I'm not going to lie. I kind of wish I hadn't worked out how to get this working. Move! He just stops. Look at him. Blanka, I mean, as well. No, you don't. Fireball. I thought as if by somehow just saying it, I'd fireball. Oh, let me know if you want me to play Final Fight. Now I know how it works, but it's, yeah, stuff. Words fail me. I'm almost slightly impressed by the fact that they had the sheer gall to do this. And you've got all the stages and the fighters. Granted, there was, what, 11? What is it? 8 playable? I can't remember. The bosses on the title screen? Thank you. Part of me wants to know what Sagat looks like, but part of my brain is in quite a lot of pain right now. Not so much. Look at him! He just blocks by himself when you're not pressing anything. It's like the computer gets really confused between left and right when you're pressing directions. See? Probably because he's moving around. Get that. What's his leg humping me now? I can't even get a hit in. I'm just pressing fire. Yeah, that seems to work. Okay. Right. I won. Yeah, don't do anything. Just press fire. Seems to work. Seems to work. Well, there you go. Street Fighter 2 on the ZX Spectrum, albeit 1 to 8K. It's a thing. I'm not sure why it's a thing. I'm quite impressed that they tried to make it a thing, but look, that bloke looks just like Bruce Campbell. Unfortunately, in making it a thing, well, this happened. So yeah, as always, I'd love to know what you think, especially if you played this back in the day. No one must have played this back in the day. No, it would have been witchcraft. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you later.